Hello televiewers, and happy we start from us at My Media Prime Television. You're on to your favorite bilingual program, The Brief, which is dedicated to the review of striking headlines in the papers. On today's edition of the program, we are focusing on two very important headlines that caught the attention of newspapers today. We shall be talking about the land crisis in Tiko subdivision, Fako division of the southwest region of Cameroon, not leaving out the victory of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon yesterday against Burkina Faso during the opening match for the AFCON Total Energies 2021. Dr. Nick Ngwanyam is here with us, and we shall be analyzing together. Meantime, let's go find out what the news, the French newspapers have for us this morning with Bomotonguina, Gwladys. Bonjour et bon début de la semaine, Gwladys.
Merci à toi, Lasha, et bonjour aussi. Bonjour à vous qui nous regardez. Merci une fois de plus de nous rester fidèles pour cette autre édition de Débrief, votre émission de revue de presse bilingue sur My Media Prime Télévision. Alors, ce matin, nous allons commencer avec le journal Le Jour qui nous parle en grand titre de l'ouverture de la Cannes Total Énergie 2021. C'était hier dimanche 9 janvier 2022 au stade d'Olembe à Yaoundé. Tout sur la cérémonie d'ouverture et les matchs d'ouverture sont donc en page 9, 10, 11 et 12 de ce journal. Nous continuons ce matin avec le journal L'Anecdote qui parle, lui, en grand titre de l'arrivée du président de la République et de son épouse à la cérémonie d'ouverture de la Cannes et des premiers matchs au stade d'Olembe à Yaoundé. Les détails sont donc en page 3 de ce journal. Nous poursuivons ce matin avec le journal Mutation qui parle de la Cannes Total Énergie pour venir sur la victoire des Lions indomptables au match d'ouverture contre le Burkina Faso. Les détails sont en page 12 et 15 de ce journal. Nous continuons donc ce matin avec le journal L'Indépendant qui parle lui aussi de la victoire des Lions indomptables au stade Paul Biya d'Olembe à Yaoundé. Les détails sont donc en page 2 et 3 de ce journal. En page 3, le journal parle du test Covid, la CAF qui recadre le Burkina Faso. Nous poursuivons ce matin avec le journal Le Messager qui nous parle lui aussi de la victoire des Lions indomptables face au Burkina Faso. Les détails sont donc en page 11 de ce journal. En page 6, le journal parle des éclairages de Jean-Marie Mbiada au sujet de la taxe sur les transferts d'argent au Cameroun. Nous terminons ce matin avec le journal L'Entrepreneur qui parle de la Kamwata gérée par Gervais Bolenga, ce qui a réellement changé dans cette entreprise. En cette année 2022, le bilan est appréciable sur le plan de la gestion de carrière des ex-employés de la CDE, de la Kamwata, des investissements effectués dans le cadre de l'approvisionnement en eau dans les cités du Cameroun. Les détails sont donc en page 8, 9.
Of the management of Cameroon Development Corporation (CDC). Despite challenges, the Advocate newspaper writes, CDC moves on, accuses land grabbers of blackmail attempt in fact filter press release, engaging international investors for products diversification and equal partners with IRAD to advance research and training. We stay with that very headline this time around with the Guardian Post newspaper. The Guardian Post is telling us this morning that land crisis in Tiko, CDC rubbishes allegations was pose threat to peace and AFCON. We are told by the said newspaper that the management of Cameroon Development Corporation issued a recent rubbish report. The DO for subdivision is recently dished out as information regarding what's ongoing in the southwest region of Cameroon regarding CDC. You can get more of this in this edition of the set newspaper talking about what the management of Cameroon Development Corporation (CDC) had dished out as information or authentic information regarding the arrest of 6 workers who were working in a banana plantation, arrested us of the administration. And let's talk about AFCON 2021 opener Notable Lions win performance on convene to Cameroon, and CAF president says CAF hosting the best ever tournament. As you know, the opening ceremony was yesterday attended by President Forba, who opened the game during his keynote address to victors and the showcasing Cameroon prowess, as we are told by the Guardian Post news. We leave the Guardian Post newspaper. Horizon is interested on, in the Right Honorable Kavaye Debris, who has launched a second generation National Assembly. According to the newspaper, the number of special plenary sittings coupled with information and exchange sessions with committees of the lower house of parliament have helped to shape the political debate and enhance the country's drive towards the 2035 emergence dream of Cameroon. More details in this edition of the Horizon newspaper. If the Horizon newspaper, we are with the Eden newspaper, which is focusing on Cam Total Energies 2021 host cities in football frenzy. Cameroonians getting more, ecstatic with the first victory. Cameroonians 5 cities hosting the AFCON Total Energies 2021 games that kicked off yesterday at the 60,000 Olembe Stadium in Yaoundé, reportedly in an ecstatic state, with preparations for the games across the national territory. This is being further boosted by Cameroon's bright start at the as they beat the Burkina Faso team by 2-1. That was yesterday at the 60,000 Olembe Stadium in Yaoundé, and the 2 goals were scored by Vincent Abubakar during from a penalty spot twice in the opening game. Thank you for watching. We are back in the studio to continue with our discussions this morning. And Dr. Nick Ngwanyam, who is the president of St. Louis University Institute, equally a social entrepreneur and an advocate for peace, is joining us this morning. Good morning once again, Dr. Nick.
Thank you very much, and good morning to our listeners. We wish you a nice week.
You must be a very happy Cameroonian now. Yesterday you saw what happened at Olembe. Despite moves by a certain individual to sabotage Cameroon, the dream finally came to pass yesterday. Let's begin with the opening ceremony before even talking about the victory that Cameroon obtained.
It was not a dream, it was something that we planned to do, and we did it. So to talk about a dream come to reality is very African. When you plan something, you get it. You work at something, you get it. It's not.
We don't say Cameroon was not ready.
We'll talk about that, because I mean they have a right to think that way, and I guess we'll go into that. But this morning, you and I, we have 2 topics.
Yeah.
This football issue and Olembe and whatever, and the Tikolan crisis. Before we get lost into these 2, you know, when you are reading the newspapers, the thing about Kavaye Debris and some office up in the north, it caught my attention, and I've been meditating over it. I put out an article to say that there are so many offices that need to be shut down so that we can improve on government spending. Yeah, that's see, this is just another wastage. I mean, yes, parliament is important, but the parliamentarians, they go into the field and do their work, and then once in a while they gather in Yaoundé to sort out business. To be creating offices all over the whole place, honestly, it beats they don't even have...
The thing that Kavaye Debris is making the National Assembly a personal property.
Yeah, I guess that...
We don't know if Cameroonians are wondering if it is lawful to create the bureaus that he is creating, and one being created in his native village.
No, I understand that there's a law that is hiding somewhere. You know that we have a lot of things hidden somewhere in the books. So he went and dug this up and dusted it, and I think there's a part of the law or something that gives him an opportunity to create that office. He's been there for 40 years. He's never saw the importance of the office. Then now he sees an importance of the office. Something is definitely wrong. And as I'm telling you, time has gone. Cameroon needs better things than offices splash all over doing nothing, just creating jobs for people. And up in his native place, there are no primary schools. There are no primary schools, for heaven's sake. We don't need that.
Okay, Doctor. Yeah. Let's go back to our focus today, the opening ceremony and the first match which was played yesterday between the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and the Burkina Faso team, which Cameroon emerged victorious during that game, Dr. Nick.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we can polish up our pain by enjoying the victory. You know, we use that to brush off our pain and our anxiety. It was great, and we thank the Indomitable Lions for doing what they did. They threw in all their weight and their spirits and so on, and they managed to keep Burkina Faso in check. But I would say that the gods were with them, because their playing style was not very convincing, as the Guardian Post says it. And were it not for the, watch my lips, were it not for the mistakes of the Burkinabe bringing them down in the penalty box, it means we would never have had a chance to cross. So it would have been very, very embarrassing. So it's one of those things when the gods are with you, you just
those are images of the opening ceremony of yesterday's event, or AFCON 33rd edition of the African Cup of Nations at the Olembe Sports Complex, otherwise known as Paul Biya Stadium in Yaoundé. Dr. Nick, what is your own appraisal of the ceremony, the opening ceremony? Those are footages coming from Yaoundé. That was yesterday.
You know, two things. I have been wondering about it and looking at it and then asking myself, how good was it? Was it 100%? Was it 70%? Was it 50%? You know, what's my appraisal, as you put it? But I guess when you're as old as I am, and you have, this is what is happening. You know, in Cameroon we are in different generations. I'm in the older generation that is fading out. You guys are younger, and there are other people much younger than you are. I mean, so you can look at some couple of things and you're so excited. But when I'm looking at it, I'm scratching my jaw and I'm asking myself, what's going on here? You know, when you've been used to seeing, you see the way the Chinese do things, you see the way others do things, and then you just wonder, why can't we do things like Chinese? You know, those are the questions I'm asking. And even the football as it is, I'm not a great football fan, but when I watch European football and all those teams that are playing, they play what I call scientific football, mathematical football. And it's like playing the game of draft. Short passes, accurate passes, they go in there, pip, pip, pip. You don't keep the ball for too long. And you don't kick this thing that they kick in the air and across the field and so on. I mean, I'm not a great technician, but they take the ball and they work with it. They go carpet football, carpet on the ground. And they go and make it. Here we are still doing this boom, boom thing, and so I guess it's my age. And also, you know, in those days, you know, in 1990, I'm sure you were not 19, was that 1990? You must have been very, very young when Nkonos and they were doing that thing in England. Was it England or where they beating Argentina? I can't remember where that thing was played. But, you know, it was the heat of things, and I guess I was as young as the young people now, so I will be very excited. So I have seen so much that when I'm looking at it, I'm finding out whether you are coming up to speed and measuring up with what is happening around the world. And then I'm seeing the effort that has gone in, and it's just my mind just looking, could it be better?
Okay. After all, it was a great game, and these other discussions came up. We know the #1 state man, President Paul Biya, was at the Olembe Stadium yesterday to open the games for the opening ceremony. And some people who always want to sabotage AFCON and the image of Cameroon sent out a kind of funny video, which was verified by many to be a fake video regarding the President of the Republic. You equally wanted to react on this video, Dr. Nick.
I guess you are talking about the video where he finished his speech, yeah, and was sitting down. Do you have that video?
I think the producer has it.
Yes, there is this fake video. You know, somebody was showing us from a distance that the president had dropped, and well, we couldn't really tell the details. But this morning, a video came, and it's a side view, standing very close to the president, and it shows the president finishing his speech, and he is sitting down. He's sitting down, and you see the people who rushed from the side to where the president was. They were not rushing to come and give the president a hand. They were rushing to move away that stand and then make sure that that sin is taken away so that they gain on time. So just because the people were rushing, they were not rushing to, they were not medical doctors. They were not rushing to come and help the president. They were rushing to move away the stand. And if we could see that video, it's very clear. It's a video that is taken just about 15 meters from where the president was, and it's a side view, and it's lined up with the president. So there's no question.
Why would somebody do such a thing?
Well, it's just negative energy. It's negative energy. People always trying to do negative things and so on. It's not useful.
Okay, Gwladys.
Effectivement, toujours pour rester dans l'atmosphère des lions indomptables, on a vu les Camerounais véritablement être heureux, bien qu'il y en a d'autres qui ont pensé que c'est juste un coup de la chance, que les lions ne sont pas prêts pour cette CAN.
Oui, quand on regarde de près, on sent que ce n'était pas juteux. Okay. On sent qu'il y a quelque chose qui manquait. La communication ne donnait pas. Et il y a un truc là, on dirait que quand on est africain, là, il y a un air qu'on respire là qui nous gêne un peu. Donc on doit retravailler cette boîte-là. Mais disons que grâce à M. Eto'o, qui est venu pour combler beaucoup de ces défaillances, si Eto'o n'était pas là, on devait sentir la merde.
Okay, Doctor, let's go to our second focus this morning, talking about the land crisis in Tiko subdivision, Fako division of the Southwest region. Recently, the management of Cameroon Development Corp released debunking information that was earlier released by the administration of Tiko subdivision regarding the arrest of some workers of CDC who, when working on the plantation, as we all know, there's a problem regarding land, CDC land in that part of the country, Doctor. What is actually happening with land in Fako division of the Southwest? This is not the first case. We've seen other cases, Doctor. This is just coming to add to the numerous land cases that we have in the Southwest, people trying to grab CDC land and take it away.
Oh, thank you very much. This is a very exciting topic, and fortunately, I've been thinking about what's been going on in the Southwest. And if you and I are going to be arguing about what just happened recently, we will get lost, we will not get it. We need to step back and look at the whole picture and give it a helicopter kind of look or an understanding. Then we'll see where the tension is, and we'll rather deal with that tension than blaming the deal and the people who are farming and all whatnot. If we go down to that level, we'll never get it. The problem is a lot higher up in the ladder, and we need to look at it at that area and solve it for real. And you remember I said that in 2022 Cameroon is changing, and it's going to change for the better, and many problems like this will be solved because the mindset in the nation is going to change, and the way of doing business in the nation is going to change, and a lot of these problems will be solved. You know, in Fako in general, I understand also that a lot of administrators grabbed a lot of land, and then even land that was ceded to chiefs and so on, they sold it. And so, and because of these tensions, even some of the indigenes of the Southwest, they begin to, I mean, when we say Southwest, it's actually wrong. Let's limit it to Fako, Boya, and Boya, Tiko, and Limbe, Mutengene, that area, because all the other people in Kumba and so on, they don't have those issues. It's peculiar to this. And then they begin to attack other people that have come and settled there for years and genuinely bought their lands and built and so on. And so this is the issue. The issue is land is not something that expands. Land doesn't grow. Land diminishes with occupation. That's the first thing. So as you begin to have more people coming in and using the land diminishes, and then the pressure for what is left goes up, demand and supply. Now, this is one big headache that we must solve, and we have to solve it. And I was thinking about it in the next Cameroon. I mean, when we finally build our new capital in Bocho, between Bocho Mouth, and then the other capital in this lady's village in Ebebda. You want a capital in Ebebda, don't you? Yeah, I'll give you a piece of land there. This is what is going to happen. To solve these land problems, especially in Fako, I was proposing that you see the tar road, the major highway, starting from the Mongo, if there is any land there that belongs to the CDC, government is going to measure 500 meters to the left, 500 meters to the right, and map out all that land starting from the Mungo Bridge to Bangili or where there was those out there.
Yeah.
Now, when government has that land, government would do the layout and plan it and so on, and create plots, and share those plots to all the families in Faku. No, wait a minute. I'm coming in. I'm giving you the solution before I go to the and share all that land to the so that they build on it. Now, this is the problem. You cannot take palms or rubber and come and occupy land where human beings are supposed to be. It is good. It's good economics, but that was yesterday. But today there's a pressure for land, and the CDC should be given twice the amount of land that has been taken from them somewhere in the bush. Are you getting what I'm saying? You cannot take palms and come and line them on the tar, and people are suffering.
Those palms have been existing.
They have been existing,
but
it's
felling those palms.
No, that's
not destroying.
No.
CDC?
It should no. Forget about destroying the CDC. That's why I'm laying the principle for you. It's not about destroying the CDC. It's about the CDC and the palms messing up the people, in the sense that there is a need for people to settle, and people are more important than your palms. And besides, when they sell the palms, they invest the money. So this is what should be done. Take up that land, settle the people, and their bushes, they have caterpillars. Open up the roads and go into the bush. You can be given 2 or 3 times the land that was taken from you, and you develop that. You don't have to bring palms and put them on the tar, and people are suffering. That is the only way to solve that problem. And this land is not given to the chiefs because they will sell the land. The land is given to individual families, and they are given a time frame we wish to build, following standardized building plans, so that we have beautiful cities laid out along the road.
Workers have been arrested.
That is the solution. That is the solution. Yeah, those are all. What I'm telling you is that there's a lot of stress going up in the backyard because of the need of land, and we need to clearly define what is happening so that the problem is solved once and for all. It is that pressure for the land that is causing all this one. Who has a right to use the land? The DO comes in and each time there's problem like this, people are making money. People are making money left, forward, center, and so on. You will see the chiefs probably fighting for the land, not because they want to use it, they want to take it and sell it. So there's a lot of cacophony, and like I said, I understand somewhere up in Boya, a lot of administrators have grabbed land, and so there's a lot of land grabbing everywhere, and this problem needs to be addressed.
The problem needs to be addressed. Dr. Nick, Gwladys, one last question for Dr. Nick before we end the program today.
Effectivement, on a l'impression, parce qu'on a vu dernièrement aussi les natifs de Douala sortis pour défendre leurs terres ou bien réclamer leurs terres. Est-ce que c'est un problème qui est plus centré sur les côtiers?
Non, c'est pas un problème qui est centré, c'est un problème d'économie. Je ne sais pas comment on dit ça en français, demand supply. La demande et l'offre. Bon, les gens d'ici avaient des terres, pas question. Et ils ont vendu cette terre, pas question. Mais avec le temps, les terres ont pris de la valeur. Il s'est dit, on a vendu cette terre-là hier à 2 millions de francs. Aujourd'hui, ça coûte 100 000 par mètre carré. Vous voyez, là, ça fait des tensions, quoi. Mais l'essentiel, c'est ceci. Les gens sont venus investir chez vous. Et ce qu'il fallait faire, c'est d'investir en même temps comme eux. Mais ce qui s'est passé, c'est que beaucoup de gens, surtout, beaucoup de gens se sont trompés d'ailleurs avec notre éducation qui est à gauche, à droite, là, à travers. On croit que quand on va à l'université, on va faire l'histoire, géographie, philosophie, on entre dans le bureau, on porte les cravates, c'est ça, on est fonctionnaire avec un numéro matricule. On se trompe. Voilà, beaucoup de ces gens se sont trompés. Vous voyez, ils se mettent à faire le truc dans le bureau. Mais la vraie chose, surtout dans le côtier comme ça, c'est le business, c'est l'investissement. Et ils n'ont pas acquis la connaissance et l'expérience entrepreneuriale. C'est ça le vrai problème. Donc, à courir à droite et regarder les immeubles, les autres disent que c'est vos immeubles, c'est faux.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nick, for coming. Thank you to televiewers of my media edition of the program, which was produced for us by Christain, Tebong. We were Bomotonguina, Gwladys, and myself, Lasha. Tomorrow is another day.